Children, the main occupation of people of India, especially of those who live in the villages, is agriculture. However, these days people also get engaged in a number of non-farming activities, including manufacturing, transport and shopkeeping, etc. In this lesson, we will learn about both these type of activities. Let's take example of a small village in the fertile alluvial plains of the Gangetic Basin in the western part of Uttar Pradesh, Rampur.
Because of being located in the fertile area, Rampur is an agriculturally prosperous village. It is well connected with other villages and cities through road. Bullock carts and motor vehicles are used extensively to transport commodities from Rampur to nearby places and vice versa. Meet Bhola, a farmer in Rampur, and his son Deepu.
Father, this year we had such a good wheat crop in our field. There is still so much land left uncultivated in the village. Why can't we grow wheat there too?
No, Deepu, the land that can be cultivated by farmers is fixed in our village. In 1921, there were many forests cleared and wastelands converted into cultivable land. Since then, there has not been an expansion in land under cultivation. Today, there is no land left to cultivate in our village.
What all types of crops are generally grown by farmers in our village and around the country?
Mainly, there are two types of crops grown by the farmers, Rabi and Kharif. Rabi crops are sown in winter from October to December and harvested in summer from April to June. Some of the important Rabi crops are wheat, barley, peas, gram and mustard. Kharif crops are grown with the onset of monsoon in different parts of the country and are harvested in September to October. Important crops growing during this season are paddy, maize, jawar, bajra, tur or arhad, moong, urad, cotton, jute, groundnut and soya bean. We always keep some of our produce for our families and sell the rest in the market. There is one more type of farming done here, multiple cropping.
Multiple cropping? What is that?
To grow more than one crop on the same piece of land during the year is known as multiple cropping. It is the most common way of increasing production from land. Farmers in Rampur are able to grow 3 different crops due to a well-planned irrigation system. When electricity came to Rampur, it transformed the way we irrigated our fields. Earlier, farmers used the traditional Persian wheels to water their fields, but now they have got electric-run tube wells that could be used to irrigate large areas of land. Though the riverine plains, coastal areas are well irrigated, plateau regions like Deccan Plateau are not that well irrigated. Deepu, do you know that though we have used our natural resources like land and water to increase agricultural production, it has had an adverse impact on our environment?
Really? How has progress harmed environment?
Deepu, when we use chemical fertilizers and pesticides to increase our produce, they get washed away in the water and causes water pollution. When we draw underground water through tube wells to irrigate our fields, it lowers down the natural water table. Even after having bountiful monsoons, the groundwater tables in India have fallen down drastically because many farmers have installed the electric-run tube wells that are constantly drawing water from the earth.
Father, tell me, how has the land been distributed for farming in our village?
Deepu, Though majority of residents of our village are engaged in farming, not everybody is doing it because there is not sufficient land for all. The upper caste families own the majority of land here. They live in pakka houses made of cement and bricks. The lower caste people or Dalits have small areas of land for cultivation and live in modest kacha houses. Since they are not able to make a living from the land, they have to look for additional work also.
That's tragic. What all things are required for producing anything?
Deepu, to produce anything of public utility, the first requirement is land and other resources like water, forests and minerals. The second requirement is that of the labor or the working force.
Some production activities require educated and skilled workers like engineers, managers and accountants, while others require people who can do manual work like the daily wages laborers, carpenters and painters. The third requirement is that of the capital or the variety of inputs required at every stage during production.
What are the items that come under capital?
Tools, machines and buildings. Right from simple tools like a farmer's plow to big machines like generators are required to produce anything. These tools and machines are not consumed in the process of production but may demand some repair and maintenance occasionally. These are called fixed capital or physical capital. B. Raw materials. Raw materials are the basic things required for producing any goods. Right from yarn that a weaver needs to clay that a potter needs is bought and then consumed in the process of production. This requirement for raw material and money is called the working capital. There is one more requirement, that of knowledge and enterprise. To be able to use land, labor and physical capital in a meaningful way to produce goods or services, knowledge of the process and confidence is also essential. The entrepreneurs who are engaged in the process of production must know how to plan, organize and manage the process of production. They must also know what do their customers want, or else they may suffer a loss. Every production is organized by people or entrepreneurs combining the elements of land, labor and physical capital. These are known as the factors of production.
And then labor is also required for production. Am I right?
Yes, some farmers cultivate their own land while the others work as laborers in others' farms on wages. The wages may be in cash or kind, like they may be given some portion of the produce. The wages of such laborers vary from region to region, crop to crop, and the type of farming activity. These laborers may be employed on a daily basis or on contract basis. Deepu, you know that modern farming involves the use of high-yielding variety seeds, assured irrigation, fertilizer and pesticides. To get all this, one must have sufficient capital for production and therefore money. Most farmers borrow money from large farmers, village money lenders or traders. The rates on which these loans are provided are very high and the farmers have to work a lot harder to repay their debts. The large farmers and medium farmers have their own savings from which they purchase the things they need, right from the high-yielding seeds to the most modern tractors and harvesters.
How do they save money?
Deepu, the small farmers are not able to save any money because they have small lands and the produce is just enough to provide their own needs. So it's the medium and large farmers who supply wheat to the wholesale market. A part of their earning is saved and kept for buying capital for the next season. However, these farmers may also sometimes suffer a loss because of floods and pests, etc.
Father, what are the non-farming activities?
Dairy is one of the important non-farming activity in our village. People buy buffaloes and feed them grass, jawar and bajra fodder. The milk that is obtained is sold off in the nearby villages and cities. Some other people are involved in other small-scale manufacturing activities also, like your uncle Mishri Lal has a mechanical sugarcane crushing machine to take out the sugarcane juice. Many residents are also involved in business like shopkeepers. They buy goods that are needed by the villagers from the cities in wholesale and sell it here. Some families also put up small stalls like that of tea, samosas and namkeens. Many people are also employed with MNREGA or Manrega and earn their livelihood by working for the government projects. To make all production activities successful, a good connectivity to the nearby places is essential. We need good roads and means of transport. Our village is also connected to the nearby cities and villages by road, and a variety of vehicles run on them. As more villages are getting connected to towns and cities through good roads, transport and telephone, it is possible that the non-farming activities will also increase in the coming years.
And that would make our village even more prosperous, isn't it?
That's right.
Goodbye children. Meet you with more topics in the next class.